Bitcoin Daily Analysis, July 25th, 2026. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today is July 25th, 2026, and in this video we'll break down Bitcoin's current market structure, identify the important support and resistance levels, discuss what the bulls and bears are likely planning, and finish with a trading outlook for the next 24 hours. Let's get started. Bitcoin continues to trade within a relatively balanced market structure after the strong moves we've seen over the past few weeks. At the moment, the market is showing signs of indecision, which is completely normal after periods of high volatility. Buyers are still defending higher lows, while sellers continue to protect major resistance levels. This creates a classic consolidation phase. One thing traders should remember is that consolidation is not weakness. In fact, many of Bitcoin's strongest trends begin after a period where price appears to move sideways and liquidity builds on both sides of the market. Currently, price action suggests that both bulls and bears are waiting for a catalyst before committing to the next significant move. From a technical perspective, Bitcoin remains above its medium-term trend structure. As long as the market continues producing higher lows, the broader bullish outlook remains intact. However, momentum has slowed compared to earlier in the month. This means traders should be patient rather than chasing candles. If buyers manage to break above the nearest resistance with strong volume, that could trigger another wave of momentum buying and open the door for a continuation toward new local highs. On the other hand, if sellers gain control and push price below the recent swing low, we could see a deeper correction before the next bullish leg begins. Let's talk about support. The first support zone is the most recent demand area where buyers previously stepped into the market. If price revisits this level and buyers defend it again, it would reinforce the current bullish structure. Below that, the next support becomes much more important. A break below this area would indicate that short-term momentum has shifted in favor of the bears and could trigger increased selling pressure. For swing traders, these support levels are often better areas to look for confirmation rather than entering in the middle of the range. Now let's discuss resistance. The nearest resistance is the recent local high. This is where many short-term traders are likely taking profits, making it difficult for price to move higher without significant buying volume. If Bitcoin successfully closes above this resistance on strong volume, it would be a positive signal showing that buyers remain in control. The next resistance would likely become the next target for momentum traders. Volume will be extremely important here. A breakout without volume often leads to a false breakout, trapping late buyers before price reverses. That's why confirmation matters more than speed. Looking at momentum indicators, the market appears relatively neutral. Neither buyers nor sellers currently have a decisive advantage. This often happens before larger moves. If momentum indicators begin turning upward while price remains above support, that would strengthen the bullish case. Conversely, weakening momentum combined with increasing selling volume could signal that a short-term pullback is becoming more likely. From a risk management perspective, today is probably not the day to over-leverage positions. When markets are ranging, patience usually outperforms aggressive trading. Professional traders often wait for confirmation instead of trying to predict every breakout. Remember, preserving capital is just as important as growing it. Missing one trade is far less expensive than being caught in a false move. For today's outlook, the bias remains cautiously bullish as long as Bitcoin continues holding above key support. The ideal bullish scenario would be a clean breakout above resistance with increasing trading volume. The bearish scenario would involve losing support, leading to a deeper correction before buyers return. Until one of those scenarios happens, expect continued consolidation with occasional volatility as liquidity builds. That's today's Bitcoin market analysis for July 25, 2026. If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next daily Bitcoin update. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next analysis. Happy trading!